All right, here we go, boys. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, guys, welcome back to another Chelsea Transfer News Live, the daily show in the final week of the transfer window, where I sit here and I do the scouring of Twitter, or X as it's known now, to find out anything and everything that is happening in the Chelsea transfer news space. But today it's not even just the Chelsea transfer news space, it's just Chelsea news in general. We have got some more news to go through here. We have finally, after all this time, and I guess we could also say after all these years, we have finally got a front of shirt sponsor. And yeah, there's a few things I want to share with you lot today, a few discussions that I want to have. And of course, as always, get you guys' thoughts on what's going on in the comments below. So how is everybody doing? I will show you the front of shirt sponsor and everything around it in due course. I'll just let a few people join in first, and we can get cracking. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. Had a good day today. Got a lot of stuff done. And it's Friday. The Coke Zero is always here, boys. The Coke Zero is always here. But I think we're going to get some news today, you know. I think there's going to be some stuff that's going to happen. I've got a little sneaky feeling. We've had a good little run this week where things have happened when we start the streams. We've had the laps. We've had EMI Martinez yesterday on the Luton watch-along with the Here We Go. So I'm hoping that we get some kind of announcement maybe for Emiliano Martinez. We're going to go through all of the latest of whatever there is of it, of Enzo Fernandez. We're going to go through Xabi Alonso's press conference comments. We're going to go through the Lamine Camara links. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to go through, but let's first of all begin with this. Chelsea have a new front of shirt sponsor. New front of shirt, welcome to Chelsea at USD by Circle. From 26-27, Circle becomes our new principal partner and official front of shirt partner across the men's, women's and academy teams, bringing together the global game and the future of finance. And this video here is the official video where Chelsea have announced the partnership on socials. So this is exciting. Chelsea, we don't know the exact amount of money that the club are going to get just yet, but it is rumoured to be something close to the £50 million that Chelsea wanted. So this would be great, considering there's no Europe this season. There is a debate to be had about whether or not the reasoning behind not having a sponsor was actually a good thing for Chelsea in terms of the long-term vision. But I think at this point, we've already missed out on so many seasons of full payments that if we can get anything close, then it's good business. But regarding the kits, all right, I wanted to let you guys know about something, because I have a discount code for the Megastore, and I've been thinking over the course of the summer, like, would I ever bring it back? Would I ever promote it again? And I stopped promoting the discount code in February because I was calling for the ownership to leave Chelsea. I wanted them gone. And I didn't think, in all of the years in which they'd been here, I didn't think they had made the right decisions to put the success of Chelsea Football Club at the forefront of their minds. I saw what they were doing as an exercise that was only hurting Chelsea Football Club. So I stopped promoting it because it didn't feel right for me to be able to get a payment, because I get a commission when you use my discount code. I get commission for that, right? So I didn't want to promote it. I thought, I don't think that's the right thing to do. So now, this summer, almost all of the things that I thought was wrong, they've actually gone and fixed. So I've decided I'm going to promote my discount code again. There might have been something wrong there for a split second with the audio, but hang about. Yeah, it was just jumping about there. It's a bit odd. 2 super chats have come in. George, I feel our strongest 11 excludes Levi Colwill. Hatto should start ahead of him in a back 3 with Josh and Lacroix. Thoughts? No, I don't agree with that, to be quite honest. I still think Levi Colwill is in the best 11 for me. AO, thank you for the super chat. Benson, Gibbs-White should be Enzo replacement. We're going to talk about Morgan Gibbs-White. But yeah, as for the discount code, there you go. The QR code is on the screen and the link is in the description. Just to finish off that point, I wanted to stop promoting it because it just felt disingenuous. I didn't feel like I could come on to every video trying to get the people that own the football club to leave, but then happily receiving a payment from the commission I get from selling kits. Whereas now, I actually, as a fan, with autonomy to make my own choices in life, I believe that what they've done and what they're doing is for the benefit of the long-term success of Chelsea Football Club. So why would I not promote this flipping discount code? And the link is down below. GBFC10 is the code. But yeah, you guys get 10% off. I take a little commission from everything that you lot buy with the code. Everyone's a winner. I feel like that's good, right? I feel like that's fair. Some people are obviously going to hate that. But to me, it makes no sense. If I'm back in the club again and I think what they're doing decision-wise is solid and is good and I actually believe that we're going to go somewhere, then, yeah, I think it's the right time to start promoting it again. So the code is on the screen. Eunice talks Chelsea. Oh, mate. Oh, okay, Eunice, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you're going to tell everybody in your videos today. Eunice and I had a lovely day out together yesterday. And Eunice may or may not have got a little bit sun-kissed. I do not have a discount code for aloe vera. However, crazier things have happened in this world, you know. So, I'll dig into it for you, mate. I can send you some on Kareem if you like. I know where you live. Don't forget the lotion, George. Good memory, Aqua. Good memory. No, yeah, we've been Eunice and I have been doing like a little tour of Dubai, going to all of these like places that we have like this membership thing for, and we've just been rating all of the body lotions. I've got to be careful here, haven't I? But if you know, you know, basically. So yeah, let's take a little dip and a dig into some transfer news, shall we? Because last night, we obviously had a game. It was a big game. And one of the main calls was that Enzo Fernandez has told Chelsea he wants to leave and join Man City. Talks are at an advanced stage. So the reason I'm going back this far is so that we can get a time frame for all of these updates and things that are going on. That was 16 hours ago. So then, about an hour after that, Chelsea have made contact with AS Monaco regarding their midfielder, Lamine Camara. So this is where you can start to see if Man City are at advanced stages of talks with Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea are looking for the replacement. And we've also got to remember this. The whole transfer parameters is that Chelsea will sell Enzo if Man City's bid is correct and we've got a replacement lined up. Those two things need to coexist at the same time. So let's keep going. Chelsea's position is no formal club-to-club contact between them and Man City yet about Enzo Fernandez, while City sources feel a deal is progressing. So the deal is basically with Enzo Fernandez. Man City don't seem, and again, we're 14 hours ago here, so we're talking overnight last night. Man City don't think it's necessary at this point to be talking with Chelsea about this. Club-to-club talks are not happening. But Enzo Fernandez, Javier Pastore, and Man City, oh, everything's going on there. Everything's cracking perfectly fine and bubbling and melting in the pot there. So, yeah, when are Man City going to start pulling the trigger? So we've also got this news, which we can just leave here in the middle, because Datro Fofana has gone to our good friends Serviette from Switzerland for nearly 3 million total. Brilliant stuff. 3 hours ago, Chelsea are accelerating for Lamine Camara. Xabi Alonso took information on his personality and ability to impose himself in a club like Chelsea. So here's the thing about Lamine Camara. We're not talking here about a £100 million midfielder. We are talking about someone who might cost us 50 million quid, maybe slightly north of 50 million pounds from Monaco. And profile-wise, quite a defensive midfielder, but he can score goals, does score. I think he got 7 goal contributions for Monaco last season. He is a very good passer of the ball. His tackling statistics are up there with some of the very best numbers in Europe. Granted, he's playing in France, very different in the Premier League. But Lamine Camara is 22 years old, he's Senegalese, and he is a very, very good player. So, let's keep scrolling up here. We've got the front of shirt sponsor news there. Again, The Guardian are now talking about Lamine Camara emerging as big target for Chelsea as the Enzo saga continues. Arsenal are said to be reluctant to sell Zubimendi to Chelsea. This doesn't surprise me in the slightest, because Arsenal will be looking at Chelsea right now and thinking, ooh, this is interesting, because these lot, they seem to be trying to chase, we couldn't say chase them already, because we're level on points, but chomping at the bit for the chase. Do you know what I mean? Like a horse. And then the Telegraph have also said this afternoon from Matt Law. Having failed with more than one approach for Alex Scott and considered Martin Zubimendi, Chelsea have turned their attention to Camara. CFC are still waiting for Enzo bid, and Camara not seen as a like-for-like replacement. So when you look at the title here of today's GBFC Transfer News Live, we have got Lamine Camara as an option to replace Enzo Fernandez. But is it an outright replacement? I don't necessarily think it is. And especially when you start to think about the costs involved here and the prices that we're going to see for Enzo Fernandez to be sold from Chelsea, the likelihood is, unless we do this business badly, the likelihood is we're going to make at least double from the sale of Enzo Fernandez what it would cost to actually buy Lamine Camara. So I think this is actually smart, because Alex Scott, Bournemouth aren't going to sell him. Adam Wharton, Crystal Palace aren't going to sell him. I think we've actually got to take that and probably run with it, because the Premier League nowadays is so... The finances are so important, right? These clubs know that it's going to... If Chelsea would have bid something stupid, they'd be overpaying, but maybe they'd accept it. But also, you then have to think, well, how will we survive in the Premier League? I'm talking about Bournemouth and Palace here. How would we survive if we now don't have those players to use? The league positions that they might surrender as a result of selling those top players and not having time to replace them might not actually be worth the value Chelsea overpay for. Does that make sense? So, with all of that being said, I think Chelsea are taking the Bournemouth word, the Palace word very literally here and thinking, all right, well, if we're not going to be able to buy Alex Scott, we're not going to be able to buy Adam Wharton, we need to pivot now. Because the longer this transfer window goes on, and Man City aren't coming and offering Chelsea and making bids, official bids and all of that stuff, the longer this goes on, the less likely Chelsea are to find that replacement. Whereas Lamine Camara is available and it's half the price, maybe even less than half the price of what we're going to get if we sell Enzo Fernandez. So in my book, through my eyes, this makes a lot of sense. Akfu, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Hello from Malaysia. You know it's unorthodox, but playing Chelsea without Enzo and Cuckoo on FC26 helped. Maybe we are better off without them. Well, as long as your career mode suggests that we're better off without them, the chances are it probably does really reflect that in real life too, doesn't it? Your girl's dog's name is Enzo. I'm putting them both out. Mate, I would as well. I absolutely would too. I mean, look, I know this firsthand, right? I called my dog Mason because Mason Mount was at Chelsea and killing it at the time. You know, I didn't throw Mason out because his name was Mason. Mason couldn't travel with me when I left Bali because he bites people. So that's the reason for that one. But maybe he's, in fact, oh my word, no. Mason started biting people after Mason Mount was sold. That would actually be very weird if there was like a correlation. What the hell has happened? What the hell has happened to my flipping sound effect? Damn, what was that? My brain's gone blank, boys. My brain is fried right now. I forgot completely what website I was on last night for this thing. There we go. Got it. I got it. Is that one working? Okay. That's the one. That's the sound. So where is the link? One sec, guys. Thank you, Jared, for the super chats. I think it's working. I think it's working. Front three nickname idea: Jomoko, Joao Morgan Cole. Example: Joao Morgan link up for a goal, Jomo, and so on, like Joko, Moko, and so on. I mean, it's not bad. Might be better than JP Morgan, but we'll see. Sleep in you. Did you guys just... Can I just ask you, did you hear the sound effect? Have we got the things back on for the super chats now? I think we do. Do you start Penders or Sanchez tomorrow? I start Penders, mate, because I think regardless of whether or not EMI Martinez signs in time, Penders is the future of Chelsea regardless. So if you sign Martinez, it's clear that that means Sanchez is no longer. So therefore, you start as you mean to go on. And I think Sanchez... no. For me, it's a no-brainer. You start Penders. If EMI Martinez can't play and isn't available yet, then we start Mike Penders. I saw that Xabi hinted that Quenda starts on Sunday. I'm going to go through all of the comments in a minute. Very soon. Let's see. So there's also some more updates here that I want to go through with you lot. Emiliano Martinez has already signed his contract with Chelsea. This is why I think that we're going to get some information or an announcement or something, some photos, anything. This morning we did a video where we basically celebrated Chelsea's signing of EMI Martinez. I think it's such a good signing. I think he's going to be so important for us in the future. And he's already signed his contract according to Argentinian journalist, very popular journalist, Gaston Edul. You can see there kind of that his profile photo is him with Messi. Caicedo back in training today. Brilliant news. No issues to Quenda or Colwill, says Alonso. James and Palmer expected to play versus Brighton despite lots of minutes this week already. Alonso also hinted Enzo didn't have the desire to play for Chelsea last night. We need to take everything into consideration. Players that are in a good moment, players that are not feeling that energy to play. For me, it is very important they feel this desire to play and to have good preparation. This basically confirms that Enzo Fernandez told him he didn't want to play. And let's just go through that a little bit, because Xabi Alonso, as long as Enzo Fernandez is still here, he's never going to go in the media and tell us that Enzo Fernandez has told him he doesn't want to play for Chelsea. The reality is that's definitely what's happened. But if for whatever reason Enzo can't be sold, Xabi Alonso needs to protect him so that the damage isn't done in these press conferences, telling the truth, right? I'm convinced Enzo Fernandez will have said, nah, do you know what? Not happening. Yeah, exactly. He's doing an Isak. That's absolutely no different to what we saw when Alexander Isak wanted to go to Liverpool. No different. So it is what it is in that case. And to be fair, I know it's only Luton, but I think Barco was fantastic last night. I thought he was very, very good. So you've got two Argentinians who are both refusing to play for their clubs right now. Just get Fermin Lopez, says Mod Aqua BS. Okay, let's keep going through the news. There he is, the man of the moment. Alonso says, yes, I know who starts in goal on Sunday. Will it be Robert Sanchez? Another chance. Alonso, don't ask. I know, but I prefer to tell the players first the lineup. It's not. There he is. I mean, that's not an official photo, but that's the big news of the last 24 hours, boys. If you're in the stream, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to GBFC. We're on the way to 400,000 subscribers. The channel is going better than ever right now, and I really want to hit 400K. And there's 2,500 of you in here right now. Smash that like button. Let's go. Let's go. And it's Friday afternoon. I'm not doing anything today. I'm not going out tonight. I'm being a good boy. I'm staying at home. There will be another video tonight, whether it is a news video or something that is pre-recorded that you guys are going to absolutely love. There is definitely another video coming your way. And for those of you that are just joining, Chelsea Megastore discount code, I've decided to promote it again. I haven't promoted it since February because I didn't believe that Chelsea Football Club were being ran properly. But now, I think we've ticked enough boxes and rectified enough issues for me to believe that maybe we actually might be. So I am promoting my discount code again. 10% off the Megastore for you lot, and I get paid a little commission from, it's not even Chelsea Football Club actually, it's from a company called Fanatics, who run most top clubs' Megastores. So the QR code's on the screen. There's a link in the description. This is our season with Xabi at the wheel, mate. Big time. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Is Gibbs-White seen as an Enzo replacement? Let's go and see where the Gibbs-White news came from, because I've seen it a few times today. Where is it? Morgan Gibbs-White, Chelsea. I did see a load of stuff, and I can't find where it was now. Interesting. Brandon, thank you for your super chat. Would I take a cup win over finishing top 4? Oh, do you know what? No, I wouldn't, because this season, the long-term future of Chelsea, if we don't get Champions League football next season, oh man, I don't even want to fathom that right now. But I would normally say I really want to win the cups, but the answer to that is no. We need a good league season, man. Just going to quickly adjust the light a little bit. Be right back. Just want it less on one side of my face. Is that better? I swear when I move this stuff, nothing actually changes. Is that brighter? Am I going to watch the US Open? Of course, mate. Of course. It's actually so good now. Premier League football is back. Got 2 weeks of tennis. I actually can't find the Gibbs-White stuff. Okay, what are we saying? Let's do a little poll. Would you be happy to sign Lamine Camara? Little basic yes or no poll. See what you guys have to say about that. I think it'd be a good signing, to be honest with you. Akfu, thank you again for the super chat. Gotta say, Sanchez is like the Tin Man, weak, as blind as Stevie Wonder, and makes us ask ourselves, do we need traitors up the shelves? You're a very interesting bloke, Akfu. I assume you're a man. Purely going off of the 95% male audience that I have here on GBFC, I would be correct 19 out of 20 times. But yeah. Thank you for the super chat. 64% of you are saying yes. I do want to ask because, I mean, I'm not going to take any kind of moral high ground here because I can't. I have not watched him that much. So my understanding of who he is as a player, what he does as a player, is very much based off of what I've seen in videos and compilations and statistical breakdowns, right? He looks good. He looks good. I think the thing people might worry about is the fact that he plays for Monaco in France. We all know what's happened when we last shopped there. Lovely part of the world, but bloody hell do they send across some dud footballers. Okay, what do you guys think is the best player comparison website? And we can go and do some comparisons of players. I remember I used to use one, but I haven't done any of that stuff for so long. I can't even remember. You'll take anyone named Lamine. 22 years old and Senegalese. Okay, let me go and have a look on Squawka and see what they got. Comparison matrix, that was the one. So if we go Enzo Fernandez compared to Lamine Camara. I'm going to add Martin Zubimendi in here because he's in the same league as Enzo Fernandez. And when I say same league, I mean Premier League. Not so we don't start any unnecessary debates. Viral knowledge. Thank you for your super chat, my friend. What's more important, talent or experience? We had talent but no experience to set the standard. Can't win cups without people that haven't been there and done it. You have to have a balance. Anybody who has any knowledge of anything in football is saying the same thing. Pundits have been saying it. Ex-players have said it. Chelsea went so far down the rabbit hole of talent that we completely neglected experience. Now, this summer, in terms of the people that we've brought in a lot of experience, but we still haven't neglected the talent. So what I think we've done is managed to strike a balance between the two. And that, in the long run, will hopefully mean sustained success for Chelsea Football Club. Because we've got some very talented players in this squad, no doubts. All right, so who else? Who else do you want me to compare? I've got Enzo Fernandez to Lamine Camara to Zubimendi to... Let's do Wharton. And Alex Scott. I don't know if I can do 5. In which case, I'll remove Zubimendi because he just seems like the least likely. I want to see if we're going to actually... If we sign Lamine Camara, what we're getting compared to what the top target was, which was seemingly Alex Scott. It's taking forever. Why is it doing it? Oh, come on. Get a move on, Squawka. I'll tell you who's a squawker. The crows in Dubai. If anyone's been to Dubai and seen the crows, you'll know. The crows here are off their heads, mate. Manu Kone, okay. I don't know why, but the Squawka website has decided it is not willing to cooperate. Camavinga. Camavinga is coming. Here we go. Where have you seen this from? Or are you just trying to get me to put Camavinga in there? Akfu again. Egbali and Blue Coat era made me cry, choke, and laugh. I mean, we're still in that era. Let's not forget that. We are still very much owned by them. But it does seem as though Bedad Egbali has got his head screwed on a bit more. And I was very critical. Very, very critical. Why is Adam Wharton just not available? For goodness sake. Okay, we'll try and do that in a little while. Monaco players, big X, says Nick. Front of shirt, do I like or dislike? I'm impartial, man. I'm just happy that we have one. Because if we do get 50 mil, then that's fantastic. CFC Sam, I very much agree with your comment there. Replacing Enzo was never going to be like for like. We just have to cover enough bases, and I think Kamara/Kone do that. Yeah, it's I think that's exactly what Chelsea are looking at, because I think Reece James very much could be a long-term midfielder. I think he's become so good in that position. If you look at the passing map for Chelsea and how many times he received the ball in that game, Reece is integral to so much of what Chelsea were trying to do there. I'm going to look at... No, let's look at Lamine Camara, because he does seem like the most likely to join at the moment. Squawka's decided it actually does want to work with me now. So I'm going to set it up and look at last season's stats. Okay. 25-26 Premier League. 25-26 Premier League. 25-26 Premier League. 25-26 Ligue 1. Okay. And then we'll edit the stats and see. What do you guys want me to find out? Anything specific? And welcome to those of you that are joining the stream. Transfer News Live. We're going to start doing some player comparisons again. We did this a lot last year. And it is time to bring them back again now. Okay. So let's look at... Let's do shots. That's interesting. Shot accuracy as well. That's always interesting. Goals. Yes. Passing. Let's do... assists. Chances created is a big one, because that's, I think, one of the things that a lot of people are worried about with Enzo. Are we going to get someone who can actually create chances? Let's go for... Again, this is all very much based on team's play style, though, isn't it? But I'm gonna just pull in a load of stats here, and then we can add stuff and take stuff away if necessary. Discipline, that's a good one for Chelsea. Ball recoveries, let's do that, because I think that's something Enzo struggles with. Oh, okay. This is interesting. This is actually quite damning, really. If we're looking to replace Enzo Fernandez, this isn't the best thing I've seen today. So let me just quickly make myself scarce on the screen. So I'll make myself small. So here we have Enzo Fernandez versus Adam Wharton versus Alex Scott versus Lamine Camara. And this is very base level analysis, but this is the league seasons across the board for all of these players last season. And Enzo Fernandez. I'll just quickly get that super chat. Watch Maresca newest interview got me heated, bro. We'll talk about Maresca in a minute. We're gonna hold the line with that one, but I've got some stuff to say. Lamine Camara isn't doing very good here, mate. His long ball accuracy is very good. Enzo Fernandez, Alex Scott played 37 times last season. Enzo Fernandez played the most minutes. In terms of shots, Enzo Fernandez took almost, well, actually, 3 times more shots than Lamine Camara took. Shot accuracy, Enzo wins. Goals, Enzo wins by a long way. Assists, Adam Morton got more assists than Enzo. Lamine Camara got the same. Chances created, Enzo wins. Passes attempted, Enzo wins. Long pass accuracy, Lamine Camara wins. Through balls, Enzo wins. Take on success, aerial dual success, Alex Scott is leagues above the rest. And then Lamine Camara does have a decent ending here with ground dual success very high, which is a lot higher than Enzo Fernandez. More interceptions and less cards, significantly less cards. Interesting. Very interesting. But I think it's also important when we do all of this because you can make any player look good if you pick the correct stats, right? We are not looking for a like for like here. I think for the way that Enzo Fernandez wants to play, sorry, not Enzo Fernandez, Xabi Alonso, the way he wants to play, I don't necessarily think we need the same kind of player that you can see here with Enzo Fernandez headline stats. Like all of these top ones, very, very good and favorable for Enzo Fernandez. So let's make some changes. I will set this up now so that we remove Lamine Camara and add in Fabian Ruiz because you guys keep on talking about him. So let's actually take a look at him. PSG. League season last season. Yeah, okay. So even here, right? For those of you that are really loving the idea of Fabian Ruiz, this doesn't look great for Fabian Ruiz either. 20 games played. He played a third of the minutes that Enzo Fernandez played, almost. Long pass accuracy, very good. But again, PSG never really surrender possession. Aerial dual success, very good. And he hardly got booked. I feel like these stats don't really tell the full story, but just seeing the super chat from Brandon, thank you. Where do you think Enzo Fernandez's resentment stems from? I've spoken about this before, but I will talk about it again. Enzo Fernandez, in my opinion, I agree with a lot of the reasons why he wants to go. What I don't agree with is the fact that he wants to move to a club to win the Premier League. I think Chelsea are better equipped to actually go and win something right now than Man City, personally. So, in my opinion, Enzo Fernandez wanting to go because he wants Champions League football now makes a lot of sense. And let's be honest, when everything hit the fan last season, Enzo Fernandez was one of the players who was still setting high standards, right? You might not like him as a player, but at least Enzo Fernandez was one that we could look at in the second half of last season and be like, he didn't stop trying, he didn't give up, and he did drag us to results sometimes. Got us to an FA Cup final too. So, you know, I think Enzo Fernandez was just so frustrated by all of this stuff. It's such a mess for a player of that age who's been here for that long. He's been through so much with Chelsea, Enzo Fernandez. So I can understand and empathize to a level. So Chelsea have just taken forever with this. You're from Senegal. You'll be surprised with Camara. No, to be honest, from what I have seen of Lamine Camara, again, I'm not going to pretend that I'm fully aware of everything he can and can't do. He does look like a really good player. Akfu, thank you again. As you say, experience and youth need to be balanced, right? So get Camara alone while Henderson holds down the fort. No, if Lamine Camara comes in, he's got to stay. Barco does look good, but I don't think we should take a game against Luton and just outright say that Barco can replace Enzo Fernandez. But I'll tell you what, if we actually, let me get up Barco's performance last night, because he was very good. Very good. And the places and positions on the pitch that he was actually taking up, very threatening. And he got man of the match here. If we take a look at FootMob. 1 second. If you take a look at FootMob and the ratings here, Barco was the highest rated Chelsea player. Everyone did pretty good, actually. Achampong also with an 8.3. Take of these ratings whatever you will, but this is the important bit that I wanted to mention. Look at where Barco's playing. This is exactly where you'd want Enzo Fernandez to be. Maybe a bit more towards the box, but it was such a low block yesterday that Barco had to kind of operate in these red maps here. The red area, I'm sure you know this, but the red area is where he spent most of his time. So 119 touches of the ball is fantastic. That is an influential player. David Steinhardt, thank you for the super chat. Is Enzo gone? If not, how is he integratable at this point? So bad. Thanks for all your content. I hope you and Eunice make up soon. Joke. Well, you'll have a video with me and Eunice either tonight or tomorrow morning. I think it's going to be difficult. And I think a lot of damage is done to Enzo Fernandez's Chelsea reputation for a lot of people. But I also think when you think about the attacking signings that we've made, I think we've got enough goals in the team now. Palmer's going to be like the difference between Palmer last year and Palmer this season. It's going to be night and day. As long as the man can stay on the pitch and stay fit, he's going to add a lot more goals to his game. The way that Xabi Alonso, we can already see it in 90 minutes of Premier League football. We can hear it in the conversations. He's got so much more freedom, which you can get so much more out of a player of Cole Palmer's quality level and capacity when you give him the freedom on the football pitch. So I don't necessarily think the thought process should be, and I've seen this myself and I've changed my mind on this, which is one of the reasons why I changed from being, I don't want Enzo to go, to, okay, sell him. Because until I've seen what Xabi Alonso was going to do with the team and the signings that we have bought in, I wasn't in a position to say, yeah, Chelsea can afford to lose Enzo Fernandez because of the 20-plus GA. Now I can see where those goals are going to be replaced from. So I don't necessarily want to keep a player who doesn't want to be here. And I think in the players that we've got, even if you include Reece James in this, if you include Reece James as a midfielder, his fitness already looks better. So in terms of actually having the players available, that was a big problem too. How can you trust players to stay fit? Lavia, way too soon for me. If Lavia can not get injured, touch wood, for 3 months, then maybe he's turned a corner. In which case, that's another great option that you've got available. So the poll, let me see what you guys are saying. 1,100 votes, 61% of you would be happy to sign Lamine Camara. Can I ask any of you that have said no, why? I'm seeing, let me see if this is true. Nope. You guys are trolling again. Okay, I'm going to end that poll now. Okay, let's talk about the Maresca interview then, shall we? Thank you, Brandon, again for the super chats. And this super chat is also very relevant to this. Akfu says, someone whose heart isn't with his lover is better off somewhere. Moving on. We don't forget we've gone through together. That's very relevant to this Enzo Maresca discussion, isn't it? Because Enzo Maresca's recent interview is, to be honest, at this point, I just find it weird. Like, why can't he even say the word Chelsea? Like, it's almost as if he's embargoed. He's not allowed to say Chelsea. Like, it's just odd. And he's talking about, like, what his greatest achievements are as a manager. And he talks about being a backup in a treble-winning season. Like, what are you talking about, mate? You know, like, you can't... It's for me, it just doesn't... There's no integrity behind it. Because he's not happy at Chelsea because he doesn't think he got backed after winning the Club World Cup. So if that's the case, then you think the Club World Cup is a big achievement, but then you won't even go and speak about it in an interview when it's gone. I'm telling you now, Enzo Maresca... I think is universally hated across the Chelsea fan base now. And I think rightly so. Ruined our season last season. At the time, I was disappointed because I actually thought he was a good manager and he was doing fine. Turns out he was busy flirting and chatting with Pep Guardiola and Manchester City the entire time. He's a snake, says John. Leicester fans don't even like him. Look, there's no guarantees that he does well at Man City either, because they could be in the mud too. Do we actually think... I'm not going to do a poll because I just want to hear your thoughts. Do you actually think Maresca will make it until the end of the season? We're definitely all Palace fans later, aren't we? I might... Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. We could do a late night stream again tonight and watch the Palace game together. We could do a Maresca hate watch. Let me know if you want to see that because I might do it. Voice of Kalechi, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Hey George, what do I think about honest? It's you did the same mistake as me. It's Ahano, not Anaho, from Atalanta and Camara. Is Tosin gone yet? Last piece for my mental health. Again, similar to what I've said on this stream about Lamine Camara, we'll go through and do some more player comparisons in a moment per 90 minutes. I don't know enough about this honest Ahanor guy. I don't know anything about him other than the fact that I've watched a few videos and he looks very good. And I think if you're spending 40 million on an 18-year-old who's played 18 Serie A games, you've got to be buying like a generational defender. So let's see. I mean, he's joining. We're spending big money on him. Whether he stays this season or not, who knows? We might loan him back. We might loan him somewhere else. We might, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. But we'll see. I think tomorrow we should do a stream where we look through the squad depth properly. As for Tosin, voice of Kalechi, he was offered to Manchester United and then that all went quiet, which is funny. Sleep in you. Thank you for the super chat again. After how Enzo has acted, we can't accept him back into the squad. Man City clearly drawing this out, so we can't replace him as they see us as a threat. This is why Chelsea would be smart to go for a cheaper option. You're not going to be able to go and buy the £100 million players now. That's not going to be possible because the selling clubs won't be able to get a replacement. Palace aren't going to have the pants pulled down, neither are Bournemouth. So you wait for that. You go and get one of those guys at a later date. And I think Lamine Camara is being seen as that option because Chelsea are realising we're not just going to be able to go and throw stupid money at Alex Scott and Adam Wharton. And it would also be silly to overpay because you're making loads of money off Enzo Fernandez. But if you go and spend the same amount on one of those guys, difficult to say if that's good business for Chelsea or not. Don't know what it is about Coke Zeros and doing live streams, but I do love it. We'll see about doing another stream later on. Could be a good idea. Could be a good idea. Twitter is such a funny place, isn't it? Oh, dear. Thank you for the super chat, Rebel. GA and character Enzo brings, I don't want him gone. Fair enough. I think there's still a lot of people that would welcome him back in. The question is, are Man City actually going to do it? Like, you got some sources saying, oh, it's getting close, it's advanced, blah, blah, blah. But advanced between who? Enzo and City or Chelsea and Man City? That's the important one now. Snow White says, GB, I tell you the truth, Enzo Fernandez leaving Chelsea would be the best thing that ever happened to Chelsea. And as time goes on, we will all see that Valentin Barco is better suited to Chelsea than Enzo. Interesting. Mate, honestly, people with that's all Twitter is for, usually. People just want to argue. Like, I've put out a tweet today, right? And I mean, I wouldn't have tweeted it if I didn't think it was my thoughts, right? But this is what I said. We've got a front of shirt sponsor. We've got a top-class keeper. We've broken our club record transfer fee. We've sold Deadwood players. We've bought in experience. We've signed a top centre-back. We've bought in a top manager. We've bought in elite backroom staff. We've bought the belief back. Well done, Blue Co. We needed this. Cheers. I think that's a very fair post, right? And then you'd still be leading a Blue Co out protest in March. Like, to be fair, there's not as many as I thought, but I just think anybody who's like trying to go back on things in the past, this is another thing I don't understand about Twitter. People don't seem to understand that something that you say. Okay, let me use an analogy to explain this. If you're stood in a field, the same field in the middle of the summer, and you say, oh, it's really hot out here today, it's 30 degrees in the summer, and then 6 months later, you say, it's freezing in here, and I don't want to be in this field, right? Because it's cold. You're in the same place. You're talking about the same thing. So both of those things absolutely coexist together. Both are true. Because the time is what matters. So 7 months ago, when Chelsea were in the gutter, when the season was capitulating before our very eyes, when we didn't have all of the things that I have said here in this tweet, protesting against the ownership was, in my opinion, the right thing to do at the time. Lo and behold, 7 months later, after a load of protests, they've gone and done all of the things that the people protesting told them to do, apart from sell the football club, which was actually the hardest thing they could have done. It would have been significantly harder for Blue Co to sell than do all of the things that we have got here on the screen. But no, people online will spend their time being like, oh yeah, but you said this. Of course I flipping said that. Of course I said that. At the time. Now that's what I'm saying. But people's brains aren't able to compute that, unfortunately. But also, let's also caveat it with an important point. Doing all of the right things isn't winning trophies. It might be able to enable you to win trophies, but until that is done, it's not job done. It's one thing to make the right decisions, but then you need to act upon it and do the right thing and get to the right place. Sorry for the monologue. I mean, I don't know why I'm sorry. You're watching my live stream. I'm the only one talking. That's the way it is. Do you know what I mean? And people will be like, Blue Co in, Blue Co in. It's funny, you guys just said drunk on Coke Zero. You know, like when you taste the bottom of something, it can taste alcoholic even if there's no alcohol in it. That just tasted like a vodka Coke. It's going a bit flat. Voice of Kalechi, thank you again for the super chat, my friend. We do not need Enzo. He can join his snake daddy. Caicedo covered his ass a lot. Barco definitely impressed. Lamine Camara was a monster during AFCON. He got the African Young Player of the Year, I believe. And Akfu said, well, if you tell them to take a shit till the point they get discombobulated, they might listen. Maybe because their head's full of bloody shit. Oh, dear. I haven't spoken about Gibbs-White. You're right. You're absolutely spot on. Let me go and find some of the Gibbs-White chat. Because we also need to remember Chelsea sold Liam Delap this week. This has been one of those weeks, isn't it? For Chelsea. So Chelsea Dodger tweeted this 5 hours ago. Chelsea will seek a replacement, not necessarily a direct one, if Enzo Fernandez was to exit before next week's deadline. Pardon me. Morgan Gibbs-White is someone liked by the club. Morgan Gibbs-White is a good player, but he's a number 10. Do Chelsea really need a number 10? Unless they're going to try and mould someone else into a different position? My eye looks normal now. It's still a bit swollen, and it's still kind of sore. So maybe I didn't actually have a sty the way that I thought I did. Maybe I just had like a big spot. Any plans for 400k? No. Just keep uploading and keep making better content and better streams and better videos. I'll probably have a celebration, have a couple of pints, do things I like to do, you know. Might even treat myself to something new that I don't have. Maybe. But 400k would be mental. That's 10 times the capacity of Stamford Bridge. That's a big number. And I kind of measure the size of the channel, weirdly, on the size of Stamford Bridge, because it's just a cool way to do it. But Morgan Gibbs-White, let me know your thoughts. Let me do a poll. Let's see what people say. Would you want to sign Morgan Gibbs-White? Yes or no? Simple. Simple. Harry. Denver Bar 8993, thank you for the super chat. Never liked Enzo since the racist song, and never liked Maresca since the Sterling "My father was a fisherman" nonsense. So July 2024, Enzo racist song, and August 24, Maresca makes him co-captain. I mean, yeah, okay. My father was a fisherman. Like, Chelsea have gone from, and again, we've not had enough Xabi Alonso time yet to use verbal examples of how Xabi Alonso is just the Don compared to the rest of them. But we've gone from aging men and my father was a fisherman talk to Xabi Alonso. That's all I can say right now, because we don't have enough. As the season goes on, I'm sure there'll be some iconic quotes for Xabi Alonso too that we can compare this to. I hope that he doesn't have any embarrassing ones like the ones we've just referenced, but it is what it is. But get voting in the poll. I want to see what you guys say about Morgan Gibbs-White. Would you want to sign him? 66% of you are saying no. And I'm also seeing a stat here. Gibbs-White has the most goals of any Premier League player in 2026. Is that true? I thought Joao Pedro's got quite a lot. Is that true? Can someone fact check that for me? I love how I say, can someone fact check that for me while I'm sat here with two hands? And if one of you says, yeah, that's true, I'll be like, okay, it's true. It's the level of analysis you get here. Geest, thank you for the super chat. If Reece James is moving midfield, why not have Reece and Moy in midfield and sign a top centre-back to fill that space? Probably cheaper option too. Chelsea won't go in the market for another top centre-back now. Josh Atchampong has played the first 2 games. That is going to be, I think, something we see a lot more of. And we've just spent 40 million quid on an 18-year-old centre-back. So why would we go and buy another top centre-back when we've just bought Lacroix? We've just bought, what's it called? We got Levi Colwill back. And yeah, we've got Hato, we've got Wesley Fofana's staying at the football club. We've loaned out Sarr. Sorry, I'm just texting Harry quickly. So, I'm actually quite surprised about this. Regarding the Morgan Gibbs-White. I thought more of you guys would want to see Morgan Gibbs-White. He's a good player, man. Very good player. Don't think we need him. Don't think we need him. But yeah. Anselmino too. Yeah, you're right. What are we going to do with him? I can see him going... Haven't we got one more Strasbourg loan? I could see Anselmino going there. What's the status with Uncle Tosin? I'm going to go and do some research and have a look. Also known as just searching his name on Twitter and seeing if there's any links. Akfu. Sorry for the language, but Maresca is a fanboy, following the footsteps of Pep. But one's a cockroach, fanny out, and the other is a genius. Oh, he's on one today, is our man Akfu2487. Oh, dear. Connor Payne has sent the goat. Let's just look for Tosin. Let's see if there's any updates on Tosin. I mean, I still can't believe this. If that happens, oh my word. The Mark Goldbridge meltdown would be box office. Absolute box office. Let me just quickly move that over. Yeah, okay. So it did come from Ben Jacobs in the United stand. Tosin has been offered to Manchester United, but I mean, I could also write a tweet right now saying that I've been offered to Wimbledon, but you know, that doesn't mean Wimbledon are going to sign me. Voice of Kelechi again, thank you. If we can get Ahanor and Camara, that solves defence. Gibbs-White had 15 goals and 4 assists last season. That's actually... Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White. Do you know what? Usually, when we do a poll, I normally agree with the majority. Like if when I give my actual vote and opinion. With this one, I would quite like Gibbs-White at Chelsea. I think he'd be good. And especially if you look beyond this season, we got no Europe this season. But in the future, there's going to be a lot of competition if we get back in the Champions League. But get involved with the poll, guys. 2,300 of you in the chat. Go put your vote in. Let's get a more conclusive outlook. But yeah, we do have Cole, Rogers, and Esteval in the 10. When I do these transfer streams, I look at the time once in a while, and I'm like, how the flipping heck have I been live for another hour? Like, what? I want to see an EMI Martinez announcement. I want to see that his medical is done. If Tosin goes to Man United, then Palmer will join him next season. No, I think if we get back in the Champions League, mate, I think Cole's in it for now. I'll be more concerned about Real Madrid. But we're not talking about that today. We've got another year of Cole Palmer, boys, at least. Yeah, United Stand also said 24 hours ago that United had Achampong on their radar. I mean, there's a big difference there in what you would get from a signing, but let me just quickly go. I'm going to quickly go and grab myself a flipping, what's it called? Electrolyte. 1 second. I've got to keep myself on these things 24/7 when I'm in Dubai right now because it's bloody hot. Voice of Kalechi has just become a member again. I think you were a member before, weren't you? Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Yeah, still nothing on Enzo Fernandez. What's going on? What is going on? Danny Drinkwater, mate. That's me. Used to play football, now I'm a builder. No, that's not me. Because I didn't do either. Although I did work on the building site a little bit with my dad when I was younger. Enzo to City, here we go. Mate, I'm already back. I've already sat down. I can see all of you saying that you're going to prank me and troll me and all this stuff. I'm not gone long enough. Oh, is it actually? I've been baited, haven't I? Yeah, you see, I fall for it every time. Even people in the chat are getting baited by people in the chat. On Instagram. Oh, wow. Simon Phillips on Instagram, to be fair. Well, London will always be blue have posted. Just in, Chelsea have told Robert Sanchez that they want to move him on. If not, he risks being third choice. Damn. Mudryk to Madrid. Penders is staying, yeah. I mean, listen, for Penders, right, you've already got the idea of him. That's where Chelsea are at right now. We've got an idea of a really good goalkeeper. Now, we're about to have the FIFA Best Goalkeeper of the Year for the years 2022 and 2024 that he's learning from. It literally, I don't think it could be any better. I really don't. And do you know what? The more I've thought about it, the more I actually think, as much as we love the idea to talk about signing Diogo Costa, right? If you bring in Diogo Costa, that basically means Penders won't make it at Chelsea because Diogo Costa would come in and probably be number one for a long time. So that would make Penders' pathway even harder to actually see. Whereas with EMI Martinez, he's 33, which is no age for a goalkeeper. He could easily have 3 or 4 more years still at the very top. A guy called Henry says, Enzo and Sanchez leaving would be my dream. Just need a big DM who can ball, and that's an outrageous window. Harry, you're at a wedding, aren't you, this weekend? When can we do a stream together? Surely we can get a stream in soon. Have you got your stuff with you? Maybe just like half an hour where we can get you on. People were very happy to see you a few months ago, and that was when everybody was angry. So if people were happy to see you when they were angry, I'm sure they're going to be, well, I feel like they might even go and subscribe, even though you're a bang average boxer. They might even go and subscribe to you now. The best goalkeeper in the Premier League is David Raya, in my opinion. But we're not going to be able to sign him, so let's not be silly. Where is the Martinez announcement? Why isn't it here? This isn't fair. You're making me wait all day. Interesting. Interesting. I'm just reading a few things. I'll show you guys if I think it's important. Akfu. Thank you very much. Enzo is a sulking baby. Maresca is a cockroach. Oh, I forgot. We have Neto who can't finish, let alone his... Oh, my Oh, Akfu, mate. I feel like you're getting you must be on the booze or something, mate. You're in Malaysia, so what we talking? Nearly midnight? I reckon Akfu is just sat there buying a beer, and every time he buys a beer, he sends a super chat into me because these comments are getting funnier and funnier by the moment. I need to see Eunice's video. What's he done? What's Eunice done? What? Why is Eunice cooked? What's he done? Cooked in a good way or cooked in a bad way? Zach, thank you for the super chat. Been going through a bad time. My mum and grandmother passed away 2 months ago apart, so I get excited for your videos. Mate, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is absolutely horrible to hear. Difficult to know even what to say, but if my videos and streams and whatever can do something to give you a little bit of respite from everything that you're experiencing in a positive way, then I'm glad that I can be of support in that sense. But I'm very sorry to hear that, mate. Keep going, keep strong, and keep fighting for your dreams and make them proud. I'm sure you will. Much appreciated for your contribution, though, too. And hopefully Chelsea can keep delivering, too. Because life always does feel a bit better when Chelsea are winning games of football. That's for sure. Lots of love for Zach in the chat, guys. Lots of love for Zach. Daily live stream for now. Yeah. I said I was going to do every day until the end of the transfer window, and that's what we're going to do. And I've got a feeling it's going to be busy. It is going to be busy. What's going on there? Any updates on my next football vlog? Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Has Barco got something special? Yes, I think he does. I'm a big fan of Barco. Big fan. Speaking of the devil, there he is yesterday. 119 touches of the ball. Accurate passes, 93%. 3 chances created, 2 big chances created. That's good enough for me. I think that's very good. 75% ground duels won as well. Where are the dog bones at today? Share interesting news. Feed need my daily GBFC dose. Mate, I was I thought about this today. I was like, what time do I want to go live? When shall we actually start? And my thought was, right, it's Friday afternoon. You know, the weekend is here. We're at the weekend. It's nearly 4 p.m. in the afternoon. The weekend, in my opinion, starts as soon as it's 1 minute past 12 on a Friday. As soon as it's 1 minute past 12 on a Friday, you can tell me, let's go for a beer, and I'll probably be there in 8 minutes. Even if I'm 20 minutes away, I'll be there in 8. No problem. So I was thinking, you know, Chelsea have given us the wonderful beauty of a front of shirt sponsor, which say whatever about what it looks like. I don't care. 50 million for a front of shirt sponsor. Let's do it. Let's go for it. It's a long time flipping coming. Harry wants to go for a beer. Mate, come to Dubai. Now you got a wedding to go to. I would actually love a beer right now. Not going to lie. But it is what it is. Thank you, everybody, for sending in your dog biscuits. That was a great little addition yesterday to the streams. Oh. Galatasaray are closing in on Rafael Leao deal. Interesting. Leao to Galatasaray. Maybe we get an announcement at 4 p.m. Maybe it's at 5. Who knows? I'm not answering your question because you keep spamming. What's the point in that, mate? Do I watch the Scottish Premiership much? Absolutely not, mate. It's not very good. It's just not very good. I don't have enough time to watch rubbish leagues. Do you know what I mean? I like the passion. I like the fans' passion. That's it. Football wise, nah. Has EMI signed his contract? There's a rumor saying yes. Medical was supposed to be today. We got Here We Go yesterday. Got the Ornstein Bomber yesterday. We got everything yesterday for EMI Martinez. Just before the game, it was wonderful. But we still don't have official confirmation from the club. Maybe we get it at some point soon. Maybe. Guys, if you're in the stream right now, do me a favor and make sure you subscribe. We are on the way to 400,000. I would love it if you did. Eunice has got sunburn. Mate, Eunice got burnt, bro. Yesterday, Eunice got burnt. To be fair, he didn't look burnt, but that's always the way it goes, isn't it? You don't look burnt, you go home, you have a shower, and then all of a sudden, whoa, creeps up on you, that UV11 in Dubai. What about Isugo? See, again, there's a lot of wonder and curiosity at the moment, isn't there? Because Dario Isugo's still at Chelsea, but the talk was that we want to loan him. But there's no developments with that yet. Voice of Kalechi, thank you again, my friend. Are we fully moving Reece to CDM? I think so. I think so. It looks like he's going to be. And he's playing a lot of football, Reece. I'm impressed. His legs are managing to hold up. Sleepy Inu, George, combined, how many GA for Joao, Cole and Morgan? Okay, let's go. I think for Joao Pedro, 30. For Cole, 25. Morgan, 20. Why not? And let me ask you a question then. If there is, what's that, 55, 70. If there is 75 goal contributions between those three this season, what position do Chelsea finish? So that isn't 75 goals. That's goal contributions total for Joao, Cole and Morgan Rogers. Where would we finish? First? Okay. Akfu, Arda Güler, Amugu, or Camavinga? Hey, Donald Trump could do. We have no one perma. Honestly, no. And I'm on meds. No alcohol yet. Pray. Bro. Well, I hope you're all right, mate. I hope the meds are okay. Because I won't lie, I'm slightly concerned about your messages, but I do appreciate the super chats and contributions. Just make sure that you can still afford the medicine. Because it sounds like you might need it. Do I think Joao is taking the golden boot this season? I want to say yes. I think he'll get the most open play goals. But I think Haaland will have penalties to stat pad. So I still have a feeling Haaland might win that. Top 3 at least with 75. Yeah, because you've also got to remember that doesn't include goals scored by anyone else. Defenders, midfielders. Haaland cut his hair. He's washed. He has to wash it probably. I think you have to wash your hair. No, his hair, he probably washes it a lot when it was long. Who is winning the Premier League between Arsenal and Chelsea? Let's do that as a poll then. People don't want Gibbs-White, 60%. Okay, who wins the Premier League? I actually am interested to see what you guys have to say here because I think it's between 5 teams. But I actually don't think it's between 5 teams, if that makes sense. So I'm going to give you 4 options, but one of them's got 2 in it. Boom, there you go. George Benson looks so good these days. Mate, what a lovely comment. Mikel Matic, who next? It's a good question. We need someone of that mould. Who could that be? Lamine Camara is a bit like that, to be fair. YouTube posted that we have a new front of shirt sponsor. Well, Eunice beat the Chelsea official page to it. And I posted it earlier. So I beat him as well. I'm sure it's a very well-made video, though. Where is our EMI Martinez announcement? That's going to be a celebration. Gabby, thank you for the super chat. New to soccer. Is there only one transfer window a season and when does it close? Sorry if I don't make any sense. Well, you know what? We don't take the piss out of people here for being novices. We will answer your question. The transfer window, to my knowledge, closes on the 1st of September in the evening. And then in January, there is a mid-season transfer window. However, it is usually very quiet, unless the year is 2023 and you are Chelsea Football Club. But in January, very few teams want to sell. So therefore, as a result of that, very few players get bought. So that's the transfer window in a nutshell for you, mate. Clip that one up. Zach, thank you again, my friend. Any player with Cole on Chelsea ends up a big contributor to Chelsea. Cole Palmer, Ashley Cole, Joe Cole. That's actually a very good point. Very, very good point. Oh. What's that? Hang on a second. Oh, Harry is telling me that I'm similar to Matic and Mikel, but I'm really frail. Okay. I think I could easily do a good job in Chelsea's midfield. Personally. Spam up those dog biscuits in the chat. I'm not frail. I'm a strong man. With Martinez, okay, so 68. You lot think we're going to win the league? Spam up them dog biscuits. 67% of you, guys, get voting. I want to see some conclusive evidence here. 67% of you are saying that Chelsea will win the league. 29% Arsenal. Look, I mean, I'm about to drop a video. But I don't know if I want to drop it today because I've got a funny feeling. Like, it's the curse of the YouTuber. In the football space, this is what happens. You release a video thinking, oh, okay, there's not much going on. This will be a good time to release the vid. Then, literally moments after you release the video, an important piece of news will come out. or I just finished recording and uploading a news vid, and then probably a bigger piece of news than that was in the video comes out. So for this Friday afternoon, it's nearly 4 p.m. now. I think we're going to get an announcement. I think we're going to get an EMI Martinez announcement. I believe. What did I have for breakfast? I had 4 scrambled eggs and broccolini. Very clean, very basic. Please go bald again. No, Georgie doesn't want me to. Georgie is she's not a fan of the bald Benson. She doesn't mind it, obviously, because, you know, it's just not preferable. Very Thick Hog is sending lots of dog biscuits today. Mr. Rob Power, doing good, mate. Just Friday evening, chilling. A guy called Henry, to be honest, I actually do know sometimes he suffers from like little angry outbursts, but I think today he's not even angry. I think he's actually speaking sense for once. He says, imagine wanting to move to Manchester to play for a bald fraud when you could be in London with Xabi Alonso. Get him out. A guy called Henry, one of, if not the best boxing YouTuber on the planet, actually. At least who speaks half English. Does not want Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea anymore. JJ, thank you for the super chat. Hi, George. Love the vids. Do you think we beat Arsenal this season? Who would I get to replace Enzo? Do you know what? As of right now, if we beat Brighton at the weekend, my opinion might change. I don't think we're going to win away at Arsenal. I'm trying to be realistic. I'm obviously very happy. I'm very buoyant right now. I'm happy that Chelsea are doing well, and I'm optimistic and excited for the rest of the season and what we can achieve. But I don't know if we're going to be able to beat Arsenal yet, especially at the Emirates. If we can go to the Emirates and get a draw, I will be delighted. Absolutely delighted. But let's see. Do I think that a football kit's design loses value if it's attached to bad memories? Personally, I love the 08-09 collar jersey, but that damn UCL final loss sours it so much, so I barely wear it. Absolutely, mate. All football kits are anchored towards memories, positives, negatives. That's why so many of my favourite kits, even if I didn't like them that much at the time, they become iconic because you win in them. And it's weird. Even this season, we've not won anything. I know that Chelsea fans just sound ridiculous to so many people right now, but this is literally how I feel about it. This kit that we've got now, when I first saw it, I didn't like it. Then when I started to actually think we might do something good this season, I started to like it. It's just the way the brain works, isn't it? 2 minutes to go until 4 p.m. Let's see if we get an announcement for EMI Martinez. We've been live for an hour and a half. I feel like we deserve it. I feel like we do deserve it. But guys, also, the QR code on the screen is for the Chelsea Online Megastore. If you do want to buy the new kit, and of course, we're going to have a sponsor on it now that we've got a sponsor. So if you still want to get it without the sponsor, now is the time to do so. And if you do use the QR code GBFC10, when you scan that QR code or check the link in the description, you get 10% off everything at the Megastore. Not just the kits, everything. So that jacket I bought the other day, I don't know if that's available yet, but if and when it is, you'll get 10% off that as well. How long am I live for? Not sure. I'm not sure. We're gonna see in a second and see if there is anything that comes through regarding an announcement. It might not be coming out for a while, but this is interesting as well. Caleb Wiley, Chelsea fullback Caleb Wiley has gone to Preston on a season-long loan. And look at Preston. They've got Spud Bros as their sponsor, which is currently like a viral, famous jacket potato company. So Caleb Wiley has got free access to jacket potatoes for a while. Good on him. Preston North End. Preston North End are the championship. Oh, here he is again. Akfu Ngamoa from Liverpool for squad depth while James plays CDM. Take Skelly and sell Gusto. Wow. 2012 jersey reminds me, Giants ain't immortal. There we go. He's definitely taking his medicine now. We're back to some element of clarity. So according to you lot, there's no chance really for Liverpool or either of the Manchester clubs this season. Still no bid for Enzo Fernandez too. But at least we've got Caleb Wiley on loan with a good old Spud Bros shirt. Love to see it. Leao to Aston Villa. Where are you reading this? Is that happening? Thanks, Harry. Love it when my friends send me text messages telling me I'm on form. I'm on form because Chelsea are on form. All right? I'm actually just on form because I'm just a top guy. To be honest. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Chelsea winning the Premier League, according to you lot. Why have we not got... Oh. We have not got an announcement from EMI Martinez. So there's a little bit of information about the front of shirt here, which is quite interesting. Chelsea have been in talks with the American-based internet financial platform company Circle since May. While the initial contract is for the remainder of the season, there is an option to extend it for longer included in the agreement, according to club sources. Sources have told The Athletic it is the going rate for a top Premier League club. Chelsea were looking in the region of 50 to 60 million a year. So let's say Chelsea got 50 mil. I reckon the extension option is immediately fine as long as we get Champions League football. If we don't get Champions League football, they don't extend it. What a drink that is. It's not alcoholic, but it tastes amazing. Etihad papers. Man City close to agreement with Chelsea for a transfer fee. I need some WD-40 for my microphone arm. All right, guys, the serious question. What should I get for dinner? I'm getting restless. I want a Martinez announcement. I've had enough. We waited too long. It's been a full 24 hours and we haven't got one. What should I eat for my dinner? No, I can't eat pasta. I ate pasta for 3 weeks in a row. And I only got back last week. I'm not having a slice of toast. That's boring. It's a Friday night, mate. Give me something good. Masala. Had that last night. Not having that again. Paella. Don't feel like that's a good thing to get takeaway for. Porridge. Harry, you're boring. Ramen. Now we're talking. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I feel like I need something clean because the chicken tikka masala I had last night, I ordered extra like chicken tikka masala pieces to go in it, which is actually very healthy. Eunice says to eat grass. No, I'm not going to eat grass. Argentinian steak with chimichurri. Maybe if we figured this out yesterday. There isn't an Argentinian restaurant that delivers. And I'm not going to order a steak on delivery. Like, if you order a steak on delivery, you're an idiot. You either got to make a steak at home from the butcher's or you go out for a steak. You don't order one and expect it to come and be good. Do you know what I mean? Carbonara. I think that ranks as pasta. Greek food again. Do you know what? That Greek food is so good. Liam Delap has actually changed my life in more ways than I anticipated. That goal he scored against Barcelona was an iconic moment in Chelsea's history. However, the moment he got signed by Nottingham Forest was the moment that my Dubai food options actually leveled up to a new height forever. And I tried a fantastic souvlaki chicken with you lot on stream. Let me see if there is an empanada restaurant, because if I order 2, that means we're going to sell Enzo pretty straightforward. Oh, wow. These look fantastic. It's called the Chimmy. That was not on here yesterday. Oh, look. They've actually got Hang on. Let me get this up for you lot. Look. Argentinian empanadas. And I feel like because it's a Friday night, we're going to get the 6-piece, not the 2. Oh, they got a 12-piece as well. Now, that is just pure fat. I'm not doing that. 6 empanadas, right? Okay. It's got to be spicy sauce. Oh, I'll get 2 dips. Okay, you guys can help me. I'm getting 1 spicy sauce. We can get spicy sauce again. Green sauce, spicy sauce, tomato chili, or chimichurri. I'm waiting. No? Green? All right, fine. First one I saw, green sauce. Who knows what that is? Imagine just calling it green sauce. Weird, isn't it? Okay, so we've got 6 empanadas to choose from. Here are the flavors. Butter chicken, turkey ham and cheese, caprese, spinach and mozzarella, onion and cheese, eggplant, tomato, mozzarella, corn and cheese, chicken, spicy. I'm getting that one. Chicken, cheeseburger, birria, beef hand cut, beef spicy. I'm getting that one. What is cheeseburger flavored empanadas? I feel like that would be banging. I think I'm going to get a cheeseburger flavored empanada. Turkey ham and cheese, that will be good. This is a naughty meal, you know. Birria, I like birria. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got one more. Butter chicken. Yeah, you guys are saying butter chicken. Let's go for it. Add a beverage. 5 dirham for a Coke Zero. I get 6 for 18. So that's a scam. And that's it. Make 2 required. I have to say no beverage. Okay. And then I have to say no extra dip. So here we go. Argentinian empanadas. He's not failed his... You're a liar. You are a liar. Daniel. I actually knew a guy called Daniel once, and he was a liar too. Right, here we go. Dinner is coming. 6 empanadas. These guys have got serious ratings too. Serious ratings. 4.8 out of 5. That's very good. I tend to never go and order anything below a 4.6 because, well, I follow the ratings, really. You knew a Daniel when he called you fat. Horrible, horrible bloke. Why would he do that? I'm actually just going to make sure. I'm not going to say what I'm going to make sure, but I'm going to make sure of something. Yep, just as I thought. We're being trolled again. As always. As always. Am I doing 24-hour stream on deadline day? Probably not 24 hours, mate. Because knowing my luck, I'll do a 24-hour live stream, and on like hour 21, we'll loan Anselmino to Strasbourg. That'll be it. I actually think that could be the end of me, to be honest. If I did a 24-hour live stream and the only thing that happened was Chelsea loaned Anselmino to Strasbourg, I think I'd cry. And that would actually be so my luck. Like when we did the 17-hour stream, it was either a 14-hour or 17 hours when I thought Chelsea might actually sign Victor Osimhen. We didn't sign Victor Osimhen, obviously, and we ended up signing Jadon Sancho on loan. And at the end of 14 hours, that was literally the most deflating experience of my life. My voice was absolutely butter chickened. And yeah, Ornstein Bomber, don't mind if I do. What has happened? David Ornstein has... Oh, wow, what a signing. What a signing for Aston Villa, ladies and gentlemen. Aston Villa reach agreement in principle to sign Ibrahim Mbaye from PSG. Villa move for 18-year-old PSG winger in process of being finalised. 55 million. Nasser Al-Khalifi and Nassef Sawiris relationship key to closing deal. Wow, I thought this guy was going to Liverpool. It turns out he's not. He's going to Aston Villa. That is a big signing for Villa, and Aston Villa might have just saved their window a little bit here, because Aston Villa's transfer window has been a bit of a calamity, to be quite honest with you. Aston Villa have lost so many key players, but this is a proper signing. Liverpool's target has gone to Aston Villa. David Ornstein is usually very good when it comes to getting things spot on. What does MOG mean? I see this all the time with all of these like modern day IRL live streamers. What is mogging? And why has this word been made up? Like, the dictionary was fine. We didn't need to add more nonsense to it. Well, there you go. Harry, what is mogging? You're old, mate. You shouldn't even know what this means. Oh, bloody hell. These empanadas are literally coming all the way from Argentina. It says it's going to take 50 minutes for them to be ready. That's good, though. They might be fresh. Ibrahim Mbaye to Liverpool is not happening, mate. We can see it. You are mogging right now. What does that mean? It means to be outshone. So does that mean that I am... So if I'm mogging, does that mean I'm outshining someone? It basically means someone next to you is making you look less attractive by comparison. What? I'm so confused. Someone next to you is making you look less attractive. Oh, so you could be... Okay, so if I was mogged, that means I'm stood next to like a real good-looking geezer. So if I'm a good-looking guy, right, but someone's better looking than me, they're mogging me. Is that correct? Because if that's correct, that is the crappiest phrase I've ever seen. The fact that people say that with like any kind of serious context or connotation is embarrassing. If you say that and that's in your vocabulary, check yourself out. Akfu. Oh, he's back again. As if Skibidi and Ohio wasn't bad enough. Now we have Mog. 50 minutes for empanadas. I would have gone for hummus with beef and a Coke Zero. Well, Akfu, I've had a lot of hummus in the last week, and I've had a good amount of beef. So I thought, you know what? We'll change it up today with a buttered chicken empanada. We're going full hog, mate. I do love a Friday night in at home with some empanadas. Wow, I've learned so much from this stream today. I've genuinely have wondered what this Mog thing is, because I get recommended so much shit that like Instagram thinks I need in my life, but I know wholeheartedly without actually consuming more than 1 second of it, I don't need it, so I skip. So I see these things appearing and I see like Mog captions. But it's no interest for me. But what is interesting is this. Ibrahim Mbaye to PSG. Fantastic signing for them. Okay. Let's have a little look at Fabrizio. Wow. So, Aston Villa are closing in on Ibrahim Mbaye deal with PSG. Negotiations at final stages for PSG winger as Villa move forward with new plan after Leao decision to join Galatasaray. George Mendes on it, and Mbaye said yes. So, Rafael Leao has chosen Galatasaray over Aston Villa. Or maybe Aston Villa were never actually in for Rafael Leao. And maybe this is more so a smokescreen so that Liverpool didn't come in last minute with anything serious for Ibrahim Mbaye. Galatasaray closing in on Leao deal after getting initial green light from the player to proceed with the move. Villa in contact over the last 12 hours again, but Gala are set to move forward and close the agreement with Leao. I'd have liked to have seen Leao in the Premier League. I actually think he could have done pretty good. Refresh. Okay. What am I refreshing? Oh! All documents have been signed by Chelsea and Aston Villa for Emiliano Martinez deal. 7.5 million fee to Aston Villa. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Chelsea's new goalkeeper. Now, who's mogging who here? I think I'm mogging him personally. I think I'm a better looking guy. Just saying. But this is brilliant news. He is a better goalkeeper than me. There is absolutely no debates about it. Chelsea Football Club have signed a new goalkeeper, and he is elite. The FIFA best goalkeeper in the world for 2022 and 2024. And Chelsea Football Club have signed him. The documents are signed. EMI Martinez, 33 years old, from Aston Villa. I don't look anything like him. He's not mogging me. Shut up. Nonsense. You're waffling. You talk rubbish. Unbelievable. I did tell you that it was worth it. I said that we were going to stay live. We were going to do more than an hour today because yesterday we had a Luton stream and I wanted to protect myself and get myself a curry, right? We enjoyed the curry. Today, we have got it. Documents have been signed. And EMI Martinez is joining Chelsea officially. So now, I'm happy. Because, you know, I did have some concerns, potentially, about that finger of his, you know? Because he had a broken finger. And I was hoping that nothing was going to go wrong. So what does this mean for Robert Sanchez? What does this mean for Mike Penders? I think it means Penders stays to be number 2. And I think it means Sanchez will leave Chelsea. This is massive. What if Enzo stays to play with Martinez and Barco? Well, at that rate, why don't we go and loan Messi from Inter Miami while we're at it? Why not? Bring the whole flipping lot here. That's a brilliant way to create an atmosphere at Stamford Bridge, isn't it? The away fans will spend their whole time booing, and Chelsea fans, as a result, will get louder. This is actually a really smart way to win us the Premier League, you know. Bring Messi on loan from Inter Miami. so that we just get the hype. We get everybody booing because we can have 4 Argentinians in the starting 11 potentially at Chelsea. So everyone's then going to be gassed to come to Stamford Bridge and just like try and cause a scene. And that will inspire Chelsea fans on. Messi on loan, mate. Bring them all. Bring Julian Alvarez too while you're at it. Screw it. Let's just sign Paredes as well. Just for when we play Nottingham Forest. I want to see Paredes versus Delap. Certainly not going to see it for England versus Argentina, are we? Time to speak to some Habibis to find Sanchez a move, bro. Mate, we can go out now. We could go... Where could we go this weekend to a game here and see where the budget's at? Chelsea Football Club have officially signed EMI Martinez. All of the documents signed by Chelsea and Aston Villa. What a signing this is. I did a video on this morning, which you guys have shown a lot of love for. What team needs a keeper? JSG. We're going to now go for it. We're going to look through. We're going to see. We're going to figure it out. We're going to find Robert Sanchez a club. I don't look anything like EMI Martinez. How much money could we get for Sanchez? Genuine question, because I know that people will answer this question with like a default, he's rubbish, 5 million. But like, in all honesty, I think we could get more than that. Come on. What a signing, man. I said this at the start of the window, I'm pretty sure. Now, where are my empanadas at? You know what this means? This means I can't leave now until at least my food arrives. So you lot have just got yourselves an extra 45 minutes probably of me streaming tonight. I got nothing else to do. I mean, there's always something to do, isn't there? Like I could, organize my tax account or something. I don't know. But that's boring. Fab Bomber again. Well, it's all happening on Friday evening, isn't it, boys? Galatasaray reach agreement in principle to sign Rafael Leao. Here we go. AC Milan to receive package in excess of 45 million with add-ons and sell-on clause also included. Leao accepts after Villa pushing and Gala improved terms proposal today. So that means that Victor Osimhen is going to eat this season because Rafael Leao will be providing him the food. But that is the news that we're here for. Ladies and gentlemen, EMI Martinez officially signs as a new Chelsea player. Let me just change the title to EMI Martinez officially signs. And then we can put a nice tick there. We can go Lamine Camara to replace Enzo Fernandez. Question mark. That is your new video title. I'm not seeing enough on Morgan Gibbs-White. He is out of the door. He has lost his spot in the title. What a signing. What a brilliant signing this is. That's a good question. Where is Dena Evangelista? Let me ask ChatGPT. Okay, hang on. Right, ChatGPT. Can you tell me whereabouts in the world do you think Dena Evangelista is right now? Obviously, I don't need to know what club he plays for. I want to know, based on, like, probabilities, where you think he could be right now. Like, do you reckon he's in the gym? Do you think he's, like, in the shops, in Starbucks? Where do you think he is? Just let me know. Dena Evangelista. He's on loan at Preston, is he? Has anyone signed Vozinha yet? Yeah, he went to Colo Colo in Chile, I believe. I made a video on it. A short. On Project 90. Nobody can know where a specific person is at any given moment unless they choose to share it publicly, so I can't make a claim about where Dena Evangelista is right now. If I were to guess purely from general probabilities for a professional footballer on a typical weekday, I'd rank the possibilities in this order. At the club's training ground, at home, in the gym or recovery, driving or traveling, running errands, at a restaurant or a cafe, on holiday, or potentially traveling. There you go. There's your answer. You wanted to know where he is? I've tried. Imagine it dropped its exact coordinates. I mean, it'd be very peculiar, wouldn't it? The curious case of Dena Evangelista. AI is trash if you don't know how to use it. It can be incredibly useful if you use it in the correct manner. Benson looks more like Wilshire than Emmy. Not had that one before. Go to the Touchline account. I don't really think they're that reputable, to be honest. But there we go. EMI Martinez to Chelsea is done, according to Fabrizio. We should anticipate, to be fair, we might actually get official club announcement when the empanadas come. That would just be fantastic, wouldn't it? Like that would really make my day. Ask AI who I look like. Okay, enough of that. You have all of the images of me from my things that I upload for my thumbnails. Can you tell me who I look like as a celebrity? There we go. Did I buy my empanadas with USDC? No. Are we still interested in Fermin Lopez? Don't think so. Oh, that's rubbish. Doesn't want to tell me. That's embarrassing. Awful. I really, really hope that these empanadas don't take as long as it says they're going to take, because I'm very hungry. Do I have a sponsorship with CFC? No. I have a sponsorship with the Megastore, which isn't actually Chelsea. It's a company called Fanatics, which, by the way, as we're on the topic of conversation, link is in the description. I've decided again to promote the discount code. GBFC10 gets you 10% off everything at the Chelsea Online Megastore. You can also click the QR code on the screen. And I don't actually know if this, let me get this, because you guys really liked this jacket the other day. I don't know if this is actually available. Let me put the jacket on. This is the first time ever in the month of August somebody has ever had 3 layers of clothing on in Dubai. But this jacket is absolutely sick. I bought this in Dubai the other day. And it's got like imagine rocking up to a game in like November and it's kind of drizzling with rain and you rock up with this on. It's class. It's absolutely class. I really like it. It's a very clean jacket. It's so nice. Let me actually see if it is at the Megastore. I don't know if it is. Someone says it's horrendous. Well, that's good then, mate. You're not wearing it anyway. Na 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 na. Okay, I don't see it on the Megastore website. There's some nice stuff here. No. I wonder. This is dangerous. Because now that I'm promoting my discount code again, I'm tempted to use it myself. Guys, make sure you subscribe to GBFC if you haven't already done so. The latest news is that Chelsea Football Club have signed all of the documentation with EMI Martinez. I'll put it back up on the screen for those of you, if there's anyone joining. We've just hit 2 hours of a live stream today. I got the jacket from a Nike store in Dubai Mall. Messi's not coming, mate. That was just me getting excited because this man is now a Chelsea player. I'm going to take off the jacket now. We survived the Lamine Sanchez Tosin next. So the serious question is, though, where is Sanchez going to go? Do I think the new sponsor looks good? I don't think it looks good or bad, to be honest. It's just the sponsor, isn't it? And my thoughts with this are, I think the sponsor is as good as the season we have with it on the shirt. Like, if we win loads of football matches, I'm going to like seeing it. If we lose lots of football matches, I'm going to hate seeing it. That's the way it goes for me. Come on. Why is automated offside trending in the UAE? It's a good question. Caicedo is confirmed ready for Brighton. Yep. Alvaro Morata has signed for Leganes too, guys, by the way, in the Spanish second division. What else we got? Leao is here we go. Do you know what? So I have a theory. I have a bit of a theory, and I'm going to show you, actually. Because Mudryk, right? We've not been able to find a loan properly for Mudryk yet, right? Let me just go full screen for a second. Because this is the I'm going to show you the actual home page on the Chelsea Megastore when you look to buy a kit, okay? And we go through by player. So look at this. Let me just, I will move my camera off for a second. So you got Morgan Rogers and Cole Palmer and João Pedro. These are 3 of the most popular players, right? So Esteval is like the 4th person you see. Mudryk, look at this. Mudryk is the 5th player that you see here. Why does that kind of make me think maybe he might stay? Because why would the Chelsea Megastore, if you're definitely going to send a player away, which remember, we've got 4 days left of the transfer window, why would we have Mudryk here? He is the 5th player's name that you see when you scroll down, when you're looking to buy a shirt with the player's name on the back. Emmanuel Amiga is the 6th player. Henderson 7. Palestra is the 8th. Lacroix is the 9th. And Anselmino the 10th. So maybe it's just not relevant. But I saw that and I was like, interesting. Ordonez move to Palace is collapsed. Interesting. I'd like Mudryk to stay. Why not? Mudryk has a big following. He does. Maybe Tottenham for Sanchez. I mean, wow. Imagine that. And then Gittins on loan, maybe. Who knows? No, 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 no. Oh, Valencia have made official approach to sign Harvey Elliott from Liverpool. Interesting. Thank you, Rai Rai, for the super chat. Camara is more of a raw N'Golo type, more defensive than Enzo. Yeah, Harvey Elliott was a good player. That Villa move absolutely shot him. Absolutely shot him. God, there's a lot of news, though, right now. Fabrizio is currently typing at an excessive rate of knots. No updates on Neto. I think Neto's going to stay, you know. And even last night when Neto came on, last night, you could actually see that even from the Fulham game, there was a big difference. Fulham, he's complaining and lifting his hands in the air. I'm not going to track back, blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And then now, last night, huge sprints to get back from Pedro Neto. Huge. Big improvement. You said if we get Emiliano Martinez, you will celebrate it with buying food. Well, if you've just arrived, mate, you'll know, or you won't know, but I'll tell you now. 12 minutes away. It's early. Look at this. This is absolutely superb. We are having a lot of very good luck here. Very good luck here. The empanadas are on the way. Alvin. Hello, George. You said that you lived in Sweden for a while. Where? In Södermalm, in Stockholm. Forza Djurgården. And up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea, mate. Guys, there's a lot of nonsense going on in this chat today. But my guy is on the way now, on the bike, and it is 12 minutes away. 10 now. This guy's going ultra fast. Argentinian empanadas. Green sauce, spicy sauce. Here we go. Here we go for the Argentinian empanadas to my belly. Eintracht Frankfurt is actively looking for a keeper. Is that true? Here we go. I don't think I can eat 6, but we'll try. Dun, 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 na, na. Dun, 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 na, na, na. Can we stop with this flipping, what's it called, chat? All of this, well, I don't even know the name of it. I'm not in this world at all. Am I going to do a tactics video again? Yes. It's actually Connor Holden's birthday today. So you should all go and tweet him a happy birthday. And we're going to film next week. I stopped doing the tactics stuff because, well, there wasn't anything tactical to talk about because Chelsea were just rubbish and we didn't even try to win games of football. So, yeah. Is it Ornstein's birthday too? Wow. It is actually, yeah. I saw that earlier. Delivery's coming on a camel. Mate, can you please stop spamming this brain rot nonsense? I did watch Adam Clary's tactic video, yes. Why do I live in Dubai? for a reason that most people don't say, because there's very good tax benefits here. And also, I really like the way that having a small business or wanting to do well for yourself in life is almost praised and like supported here. I feel like when you, in a lot of countries in the world, we're not going to dig out anywhere specific right now, but I feel like you have to pay a lot of your money that you earn for very little. For very little. And yeah, that's it. And the weather's flipping unreal. All year round. Oh, another person to hide. And another one. Are you having any culture shocks? No, mate. I'm about as well traveled as one could be, to be honest with you. I'm on 49 countries right now that I've visited in my lifetime. And I've lived away from home for a very long time. So I embrace change. I embrace things that are different. So yeah. Sweden's a very nice place. I really like Sweden. Bit dark in the winter though. Very dark in the winter. Right, where is this Mr. Man? Where are my empanadas? 8 minutes. How many countries have I been to? 49. I actually don't know where my 50th country is going to be. I want to go to Saudi Arabia next week I want to watch Al Qadsiya because they have that Mexican player who was very good at the World Cup. And I want to do a Project 90 video there because Project 90, I don't know if there's any Mexicans watching now in the chat, but I have a lot of Mexican subscribers on Project 90. So I wanted to go and watch their best player in Saudi Arabia and make a cool video on it. So I might do that for a day next week. You're Mexican. Nice. I will hopefully be in Mexico in November. Quinones, yeah. That's who I'm going to go and see. Gilberto Mora, very good player. Very good player. He'll get a big European move soon, I think. Have I ever been to Baku? Yes, I have. I watched Chelsea beat Arsenal in the Europa League final in Baku. Unreal. Have I been to Canada? Yes, I've been to Vancouver and I've been to Alberta. I actually did some work with Alberta Tourism back in the day. Unbelievable place. Probably the most naturally beautiful place I've ever been to, actually. Well, these transfer news streams have actually become just me talking about everything and anything, hasn't it, really? I was going to wrap this up after about an hour and a half, but considering we've got empanadas on the way, and we said that we would literally do this, I can't go now. The empanadas are on the way. We're going to enjoy the empanadas together. And hopefully by then, we'll have an announcement from Chelsea Football Club on EMI Martinez. It'll be 5 p.m. in 16 minutes. My food arrives in 6. So we'll see if anything comes out at 6. Did I go to the Champions League final in 2012? No, I didn't. Have I been to the Caribbean? Yes, I've been to a few places. I've been to Jamaica. Yes, I've been there. I stayed in Montego Bay. Do you know what I did in Jamaica? I was on it. This is actually a ridiculous story. Sometimes I forget I do things, and then if you guys say like, "Oh, have you been there?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then I remember what I did there. So in Jamaica, I was working with Heineken on the Champions League Trophy Tour of the World, and I was in Jamaica staying in a ridiculously nice hotel with Ruud van Nistelrooy filming videos. Like, isn't that the most random thing that none of you probably knew? But it's 100% true. I've not been to the Cayman Islands. No. I've been to India, but not Kerala. You watched that vid. The video was good. We did what's it called? I basically had like a whiteboard, and I was playing Ruud van Nistelrooy, like some of his goals, not like the best ones, but like just random goals that Ruud van Nistelrooy scored. And before he'd shoot, I'd pause it and I'd ask him to draw on the whiteboard where he shot and explain the goal. I thought it was a sick concept, to be fair. And I've not seen anyone else do that on a YouTube video with a footballer. But yeah, we basically just like, I had like 10 of his goals, and he told me where every single one of them went so accurately. And yeah, it was just a very cool thing to listen to him as a elite world-class striker back in the day talk about how, as a striker, when you're running with towards the goal, your brain just knows where to put the ball. That video is still out on the internet if you want to search for it. I'm very young in it. I look very young, at least. Oh man, these spammers. What about my interview with Ronaldo and David Luiz? Good memory, mate. Good memory. The Ronaldo vid is also out still, and the David Luiz one was one of the early doors GBFC ones. And annoyingly, when we played against flipping what's-his-face last season, David Luiz was going to come on GBFC, and then he ran out of time before the game. It was so annoying. And then he didn't reply afterwards, annoyingly. Yeah, but David Luiz, I'll get David Luiz on the channel eventually again soon. I'll try and message him soon to get him on. Andrew, thank you very much for your super chat. Very generous. I just tuned in. Can you give me a recap on what's been happening? Yes, let's go. Let's actually do a bit of a news recap, shall we? While we're waiting for the empanadas to arrive, the latest is all the documents have been signed for EMI Martinez to Chelsea. £7.5 million fee to Aston Villa. So we're just waiting now on an official club statement, club announcement, the images, the first words, all of that stuff that we always look for when it comes to a new signing coming through the door. EMI Martinez is joining Chelsea. And I think the documents may have been signed, but I doubt he'll be available to play this weekend. It would be very, very risky, I think, to just throw him straight in. So I think we'll have Mike Penders starting in goal this weekend. Andrew did just pay for my empanadas. You're right. Thank you, Andrew, mate. Much appreciated for your generous support. Regarding other Chelsea news, let me just quickly put this on here. There's also updates that Chelsea want Lamine Camara. And apparently, maybe Liverpool are interested in him now as well. And we also looked at Lamine Camara when he was 19 years old, which I've just seen here. When he was at Metz, Chelsea wanted Lamine Camara. And apparently we're still looking at him again. So that is pretty much the updates, mate, to be honest with you. I was hoping there was going to be some more developments on this Friday afternoon regarding Enzo Fernandez, but we don't know anything as of right now. Having failed with more than one approach for Alex Scott and considered Zubimendi, Chelsea have turned their attention to Camara. CFC is still waiting for Enzo bid, and Camara not seen as a like-for-like replacement. So Chelsea are looking at Lamine Camara, but maybe it also means, because Lamine Camara's price is about 50 million, it might mean we're looking at another attacker as well. You never know. Would I prefer Penders out or Sanchez? I think Sanchez out has to happen now. City are in London today. Maybe we'll hear an update around the match time. If Man City lose tonight, we'll hear something then because they'll want to make everything fine. Did I meet Cristiano Ronaldo? Yes. Yes, I did. In Lisbon. I even went to his first ever house in Lisbon and went in his first ever bedroom as a footballer for Sporting Lisbon. Mental. Will I release my EPL weekly predictions on Spotify? Yes. The empanadas are here, boys and girls. I'm going to go and get the celebration dinner for EMI Martinez. And yes, the EPL predictions will be out after I finish streaming. Well, boys and girls, we're back. We are back. Here we go. Let me go full screen. So the other day when Liam Delap signed for Nottingham Forest, we bought Greek food to celebrate. Now, the bag, it's very similar, actually. I'm not going to lie. We have got this, which I believe is the sauces. We have also... Stop waffling, I can see you all. Enzo to Barca. You're all trolling. You're all trolling. Why are you all saying that? You're doing it on purpose. That's not happening. Why are you all saying this? No way. You're literally all saying it, so I'm going to have to look. Why are you lying? Why are you doing that? You lot are plonkers, mate. You're not funny. None of you are funny, okay? I'm not laughing. So here, successful prank. Yeah, well done. I got baited. So here we go. The chimmy. This is it. This is the celebratory empanadas. I must admit, they look very average. But they also look kind of good at the same time, you know? That is... They look fine. They look fine. I mean, to be fair, there was enough of you doing it. There was enough people saying it that it actually made me think, you know, can everyone be in on the same joke and not one person protect me in the chat? Oh. Wow, okay. We've got some Argentinian pesos that have come in. A couple Argentinian pesos to celebrate Dibu's signing. I'm starting to recognize my club again. Also eating empanadas right now, by the way. Hope you enjoy them. Love from Argentina. Wow, this is a great moment. We have just had an Argentinian super chat. He's eating empanadas. And I've just arrived with some food. Absolutely sensational stuff. Top things going on in the GBFC Transfer News Live. It's been a big one. It's been a long one today. W's in the chat for super chats. We love them. Keep them coming. All right, the sauces, right, they're very small. So there's the green sauce. It looks very green. It's pretty much pesto, I think, or chili, I don't know. And then this is the other sauce. This one looks, again, not enough. I think when we look at like the size of the empanada in conjunction to the sauce, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. So I don't know which one's which either. Here is empanada number one. I don't know which one it is. So I'm going to take a bite without the sauce. And we're going to see if it's any good. Oh, wow. Oh, my word, that's so good. This one is the turkey ham and cheese. Oh, man. That is deceivingly brilliant. The pastry is kind of like flaky, but it's really together at the same time. I really like that. We're going to try the hot sauce now and see if it's actually hot. It's quite spicy too, and I love spicy food. That's a pretty spicy sauce. Let me try the green chili one. Wow. The name of the place is the Chimmy. So we're going to try the green hot sauce now. These are fantastic. I actually cannot believe how good these are. This whole live streaming and ordering the food thing is changing my life. I now have a go-to Greek takeaway restaurant, and now I have a go-to Argentinian takeaway restaurant. Oh, my word. Look at this. Absolutely lovely. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh. My face is getting redder. It's because it's very hot outside. Okay, do we have any more news? Alan has just landed in Manchester to sign at Manchester City this weekend. I don't care. Screw Man City, mate. Get in the bin. That is very good. It looks like it's going to be really dry. But it's not actually that dry. Boss GQ, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the constant content lately. This season I'll go to my first game at the Bridge, hopefully. Anything you recommend doing while there? Do you know what? I actually love, this is what I like to do. If it's a sunny day, right? I think the best thing to do if it's a sunny day is get off a couple of stops away from Stamford Bridge and actually walk through London. Maybe stop in a couple of bars on the way, like pick a place to walk from where you can maybe do like 3 or 4 pubs, have a beer in each one, and then get to somewhere near the stadium. And then I'd always say, if it's your first time at the Bridge or if you don't go very often, don't think you can leave it to the last minute to get in, because it's such a faff to get in these days. So yeah, get in early, see the players come out, just enjoy the whole experience. But like, start the experience a few hours earlier. That's what I say. Unbelievable. The good thing about these is, I don't really know what each one is. I think this is the spicy chicken one. That one's the spicy beef, because it's got a chili on it with a B. Didn't want to focus, but whatever. That one is the spicy chicken one. That looks pretty good. And then, oh, that was birria beef. That was the spicy, and this is the spicy beef one. So what about the butter chicken? This one I think is the butter chicken. This is the one that you guys actually wanted me to get. It's a nice bit of browning on the outside. We've got a good crust around the base of it. Oh my word. Oh man, these are as good as some of the empanadas I've had in Miami. And Miami has got some flipping good empanada spots, right? I've not been to Argentina before. I'd like to go, but at the moment, I feel like I'd probably get killed because I'm an English football fan. But these are literally 10 out of 10. Like, these couldn't really be better, if I'm being honest with you. Butter chicken empanada. What? This might be. Oh no, I thought I just juiced it down the front of my new jumper. I promise you, I'm not overreacting. If it was rubbish, I'd tell you it was rubbish. I mean, it would almost be more entertaining if it was crap, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. I'm not overreacting. This is genuinely, this might be the best empanada I've ever eaten, and it's in Dubai. I don't think we could be any further away from Argentina right now. This place has got a 4.8 out of 5 too. I need a tissue. Don't go taking that out of context. Wow. Seriously good food. How much did it cost in pounds? It wasn't cheap, to be fair. For 6 empanadas, it was, including delivery and all of that stuff, it cost me 18 quid. So £3 per empanada. I don't know if that's good or bad. Like, I'm pretty sure in America it's way more expensive than that. I mean, wow. The food is absolutely top notch. But guys, I am going to wrap up the stream now because I've got more content to do. So I'm going to be posting another video very soon, guys. It's a very good video. It's a long video. It's half an hour. So if you do want more content from me, just stay tuned. As the screen shows you, we have got the discount code back. As in, I've decided I want to start promoting it again. It actually never went anywhere. You could have always used it. I just stopped promoting it. But if you do want anything from the Chelsea Online Mega Store, link is in the description. Use the code GBFC10 for 10% off everything. If you want to buy the new kit before the sponsor goes on it, or even if you want it with the sponsor on, or the QR code on the screen. I'll be promoting this again now for a while. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for all the love. Hit the like button on the stream if you haven't already. EMI Martinez is signed. We're waiting for the official announcement. I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Come on, you Blues.